أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. Assalamu alaikum to everyone. God's peace be upon you. I am Martha Nyla Williams Abdullah, and as I this morning is a great morning. Wow. This is December 1, 2025. December 1, 2025. Hmm. And so we're at day number 9 on the Hijra calendar, Jamada al Athani, Jamada al Thani, or Jamada al Akhir, 1447 AH. Wow, the Gregorian calendar and the Hijri calendar, and we're just being counted right through the calendar dates. We are here, we're using our will, and prayerfully, we're acknowledging the Creator's will. How do we see the Creator's will? How can we connect with it? I'm speaking, I hear myself, and it's the will of the Creator, because I certainly did not create this will, the will that I'm using to think of yesterday. How does it become yesterday? Tomorrow, how will it become tomorrow? How will tomorrow be? Today, how do we recognize one day from another? I've heard some say, I don't know what today is. Every day is the same. I get up, I do a routine, and then I go back to bed. I get up, I do a routine, and I go back to bed. Same thing, and each day is the same, some will say. And I must say it, by my 50 years plus in the medical field, working in the hospital, working in the nursing homes, and working mostly in the homes, getting to meet people at their most vulnerable times when they are sick. And I've experienced being very vulnerable, being sick, and not realizing how irresponsible I had been in my being sick. I can claim that. I can say I truly was being irresponsible to have our good thinking about us and to not take in the best fluid there is, water, and have all of this information in my head that I do have. And to know that I've cared for people and have advised them all the time, drink your water, drink your water, drink your water. And sometimes I would get pushback, most times not. Individuals, individual uh, timing would bring about a situation where they couldn't take in a lot. And of course, the more we know, the more we grow. And I would advise drink that I had learned, drink half your weight in ounces. 200 pounds, take in at least 100 ounces every day. Whatever their weight is, take in half that in ounces of water. Water. Yes, it's okay to put uh, um, well, just to say water. Let's just leave it at water. All right. Do not do as I did and not use the information. That's being intelligent. Intelligent is when we use the information. So do not do as I do. Be intelligent. Use the information and whatever other information you acquire, use it. As I say, I was very negligent, irresponsible, and I say more irresponsible because it's my responsibility to respond with what abilities Allah has given me, has blessed me with. And so I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for forgiveness for that because I am not at my best when I'm being irresponsible. Irresponsible in using time wisely. Um, and I say wisely because there have been times that I have concentrated on the what ifs, um, planning, but the what ifs are imagination. What ifs? What if I do this versus that? What if I take these dollars and spend them here rather than there? And then the next time I'm blessed with monies, I'll spend the. And so it's the what ifs rather than be purposeful, be specific, be um, direct with myself and say, I have this amount, this number of dollars right now, and what is present, what am I responsible for first, and of course, where we're living, the living expenses that cannot be negotiated, and that generally is rent. Now we can negotiate and say I'll pay part now and part later, but when you have it, don't negotiate. And this is where, for me, I'm understanding is where Allah, trust Allah. So as we seek refuge with Allah from that which will cause us to entertain being irresponsible, entertain being neglectful, entertain being negative, that which will suggest that and cause and we then hear it and or we don't hear it all the time. We say we just respond accordingly. So seeking refuge with Allah from that, and then saying with Allah's name, I Allah not one God as a choice of a God with some kind of symbol, some kind of image, some kind some kind of and I think that that does it quite well. That Allah is not one God versus many other gods, as I stated. Allah is one. Allah is the creator by Allah's own power, own ownership. This creation that I've come to be a part of. without the creator being the one, the powerful, the creator of bringing everything into existence, who does Allah respond to? No one. What is it that's greater than Allah? There is nothing beyond Allah because there is nothing beyond. So, with Allah's name, I can say the name, the merciful benefactor, the merciful redeemer, the opener, the closer, the revealer, the concealer, the maker, the ruler, the owner, the fashioner, the designer, the all knowing, the all wise, the everlasting, the omnipotent, the omnipresent, the provider, the protector, the peace, the kind, the just, the absolute, the eternal, the most high, the all seeing, all hearing, all wise, the merciful benefactor, the merciful redeemer, the appreciative, the judge, the just, self sustaining, the self subsisting, the guardian evolver, the revolver, the reviver, the oh, Allah, Allah. So, with Allah's name, I openly declare that Allah is the one. Allah cause is the cause. Allah have no partners. Have Allah is when we speak Allah. I can speak of Allah as singular in the singular and in the plural. Allah is. Maybe I can say Allah are. Allah, no partners. No partners. And Allah's message comes, Allah's message is that which is important of remembering or acknowledging Allah. Through Allah's message, serve me. Have no place, no partners with me. Allah's message. Allah is the all encompassing. Oh, Allah. So Allah's message has come because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created a human existence for us. And Allah blessed us with being alive. Being alive. Allah brought us into existence. We are alive. Mm. So Allah's message that comes with our being alive connects us as a reminder to Allah's message all the time. Everything in creation keeps us in remembrance of Allah. So we say that days, one day may look like another day. Even though yesterday it may have rained and today the sun is shining. But there have been other days that it rained and other days when the sun was shining. even existing, the sun existing, sun, the moon existing, the earth that we're on existing, that we're standing up on land and is in a circular form. We've gone around to other points of locations, and we have not fallen off into an abyss of darkness. Gravity exists, the wind exists, air exists, animals, insects that we see and don't see exist. That which is in the waters exists. And so here we are today, acknowledging that we're living in the upload
Upload
life.
life. In
Hey,
the
hey, there
upload
he
life.
is.
We're
We are
living
living in the
in
upload.
the
I had to
upload
go
life.
all the way around and come back around and land living
This
in
is a
upload
live.
life. And
That's right. That's right.
there he is.
Alhamdulillah. Yo,
Our dear brother, the
alhamdulillah.
William
Alhamdulillah.
Kareem. Assalamu
Alhamdulillah.
alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Dear sister, who I can always count on. I totally appreciate you, Sister Martha. I really do. I appreciate you so very much. And may Allah continue to bless you. You know, you will be in my plan
I mean,
for all of your good, the good that you do. I thank you so very much for being here.
alhamdulillah.
I'm just in Washington, D.C. at this time. I had to come down for some family matters. Well, I ended up having a uh, problem um, staying in the hotel yesterday. Was you on, Sister Martha, when I had
I
that
was
problem?
on when you said they're throwing me out.
They threw, they threw me out the hotel, man. I was like, oh my God.
Well,
And so
see,
they
they
threw
didn't
me out.
want you to spend more money. That's what it was.
You know what? I guess that's what it was, you know. And but just to show you how the creator of the heavens and the earth works. So I'm waiting for the family member to come and get me, and they don't come. So what I decide to do, I decide to go to the movies, and I go and see Zootopia 2. And Zootopia 2 was a very good movie, man. I
Spell
think
that. Zootopia?
yeah, Zootopia. You know, and it
Oh,
was a very good movie. You know, it had a nice plot line. It was something that even it's an animated movie, but it's a movie that had a real nice plot line. You know, it was really good. Um, uh,
uh-huh.
and the family still didn't come get me to the movie. You know, I'm moving around trying to figure what I'm going to do. So it's a little cold. So I say what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to take a cab and go to another hotel, the Hyatt Regency, which is
Uh-huh.
near the train station. And so I walk into this place to get warm, and I notice that it says Hyatt. It says Hilton. And so I walked in.
Uh-huh.
Is this a hotel? She said, yes, this is a hotel. I said, really? So yeah, so well, oh yeah, this is a Hilton hotel. Oh really? He said, well, how much are the rooms here? Well, it's so and so and so and so. I said, are you a Hilton member? Yes, I'm a Hilton member. I pulled out, my Hilton stuff. It's like, we can give it to you at this price. So I winded up being able to stay at that hotel as opposed to going to the Hyatt Regency, which I usually stay at the Hyatt when, I travel to Washington, D.C. But this was a really good
Uh-huh.
experience, and they have a I'm going to show you. This is
Okay.
uh, their place where they have where you can get breakfast. Real classy
Uh-huh.
place. Real classy place. You know.
Yeah,
Um,
we experienced that in Philly. It
yeah.
was it's very classy.
Yes. 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 So so hey,
So
it all worked out. Alhamdulillah.
is Allah the merciful?
No doubt about it.
Even though Allah had to have you. were dragging you out of there, fingernails
Drag me out there, fingernails
trying to
dragging me.
hold on. And Allah is saying, come on, I got something better for you. And you were
Listen,
like,
that's
well, they're throwing me out. Ah, but Allah is like, come on.
that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. But again, but these are things that happen in the upload life. I was, and right now I'm able to speak with you and communicate with you. I'm like I said, I'm in Washington D.C. and Sister Martha's in Florida. And here it is because of um, this upload ability that we have as far as our technology is concerned. This is how we're utilizing it. And this is what we have to do to utilize our technology so that we can communicate the good word, the good book, the good word that we have, and the good things that we're doing here on American Muslim 360. And that's to say that right now we're in fundraiser mode to raise funds
Mm-hmm.
for American Muslim 360. And you can go to CW. Well, it's the raise funds for American Muslim 350, but it's for CWSE, Community Maturity Conference. That's where you would go in order to make your donation. Um, and we ask that you do so. That you go to cwsc.org, right? Is that right, Sister Mom?
That US. That
CWSC,
US.
yes, .us, and you'll see the donate button. Go ahead and make your donation. We need to raise about $25,000. So be generous. Don't be well. Let me give you $5. We need more than $5. We need $25,000 in order to continue to do the good work that we're doing. That's what we need to do. And everybody that's listening, if you see the good that we're doing, you see the effort that we're really trying to put forward as far as the community-wide Shira conference is concerned, that sponsors American Muslim 360, then be generous. Be generous so that we can continue this system.
Yes. And I'm going to flash. Can you see my screen?
Yes, yes,
Yes. And that's the Zoom information, everyone. Should you be watching, or well, if you're already here, then you have this information. But you can Zoom right now for those who may be on the telephone. You have used this number as well. But to our YouTube onlookers, if you want to come in, the code is the ID is 883 by way of Zoom 5132 3231, and the passcode is number 8, capital T, capital L, capital R, capital A, number 7. So you're able to see that on your screen as well. Sometimes the numbers they may be too congested, but it's ID number is what I'm speaking of. And this is the telethon for CWSC AM 360, as AM 360 is our flagship. It is our broadcasting network. Imagine
yes,
that.
yes,
I mean,
yes,
William, we and you particularly being in broadcasting, period, from different angles of it, you understand. And I'm going to share with everyone. You can send in as we ask as a recurring amount, if you can, a monthly amount of $9.99. You can uh, say you pledge to do that, and then we will do it up to 6 months, acknowledging our expectation, and we can imagine what that will look like. Not imagine, well, we can figure it into our expenses and our revenue, and what we will have to look forward to. Now, we're not putting the cart before the horse. Everyone knows what that means, but I won't use too much lingo like that. but we want to be able to understand the minimal process of contribution. That it usually 9.99 works for many, but
Well, this is the one. This is the one that we really want. See, because in order for us to reach $25,000, it's an easy thing to do. If we just had 25 people give $1,000, that'll handle it. We just need 25 people to give $1,000. There's people out there that got money that listen to us, that are part of the community of BMWD Muhammad and
yes,
others. Yeah, there's people out there. We need 25 people to give $1,000, or we need 50 people to give 500.
I
That,
mean,
that,
and just like
that's what we
that,
need. Just
exactly,
like that, and it's done. And it's done.
and
But
it's done.
let's get it done because it's and then remember you're given to a this is a tax deductible 501c3 organization. It's not like you're just giving it. And then the other part is that this is God's work that we're doing. This is Allah's work that we're doing. And look, we've been doing this for years. And so for us to take this time to ask you for some money, it's not like, this is not something that, some of those those preachers that be on TV and every week they come and ask you, yeah, I need 25 people to give me $1,000. No, this is something you do once a year, once or twice a year in order to raise funds so that we can grow, evolve, and develop what it is that we're doing as far as American Mission 360 and the community watch is concerned. Sister
Yeah,
Martha.
and I'm going to change that too. Like you say, that put the 25,000 right there up front, in front. We used to do. We started out mediocre, and we were still mediocre, William, as we start out saying $10,000. That sounds very weak, right?
Well,
as as
yeah,
the cost of living is going up, as the merchants that we connect with, they have increased. Where we were paying UPS for our, where we try to be as minimal as possible without having overhead. Well, we were paying $321 on a year. Guess what? They pleasingly put up their sign. It is now $423, entire
right,
$100, and
right,
we still have to pay it. And then with our trademark, yes, we have a trademark for AM360. With that, that too has gone up. And of course, they offer discounted time periods, but it's still an elevated price. But they say if you pay this, and then they do make allowances, such as we all do with our income when we have to pay certain bills. They say, well, you can pay half now and then half, the other half, in 3 months. They don't say in the next 6 months, in the next 3 months. So you figure that in, and so we're saying 25,000. That may be just a little increase above the 10,000. That's
yeah,
equivalent. 20 would be equivalent to the 10, and then the 5,000. So 25,000. Yes, yes, yes.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Please share in and
It's
send it
easy
to
because
right here.
we'll see. And then the other side is this: we're not dealing. This is not. We're senior citizens. We're older people. We are mature individuals. We know that everything around us is going up. And if it is our responsibility to support our programs, that's our responsibility. Um, and
Right.
and it's more than well, if I give $1,000, well, if I give $25,000 to community wide sugar conference, well, what am I going to get? You can't think like that. If I'm talking to mature Muslims, I'm talking to mature Muslims
Yes.
right now, then you do it for the sake of Allah. You do it for the sake of Allah. You do it because Allah has favored you, and you want to add that as a a blessing that you implemented, all right, to a worthy cause so that you help that blessing, that community grow. When I was over in Saudi Arabia, and I say this all the time, and I went to the masjids over there in Saudi Arabia and Mecca. They don't have donation boxes. You know
Mm.
why? You know why? Because people who have money take care of the masjids. They pay the people to come in and maintain the master. They pay the people to come in and make sure that the air conditioners are. They don't ask the common people that come in and make prayer and supplicate, for money. People who have money take care of those masters and those institutions, and that's where we have to get. We have to get to that point where we must take care of our institutions that Allah has blessed us to have money like that. We have to take care of our institutions. And and I'm going to make a $1,000 donation. I'm going to be one of those people who make $1,000 donation. And yes, I'm saying it right here. I'm letting you hear me say that I'm one of those people. So now we need 24 more people to give $1,000. Before now, I don't have it right
I
now,
mean,
but I am going
committing.
to pledge. I'm pledging $1,000. And I know I can get it. Give me a month, a couple of months, and I can make that happen. But I'm making that commitment right now, right here on American Muslim 360, and I want 24 more of you to make that commitment to give $1,000 to American Muslim 360. I'm not that I'm talking to those people who have the ability, because you do have the ability. There are people here that have the ability. People that are going to be watching on YouTube, you have the ability. You can do it. You can make it happen. Come on, let's make it happen for American Muslim 360 and for the community wide Shira conference. Come on, let's make it
I mean, and how many times we are on, we see other broadcasts, but to be and you with a new day for Al Islam Community Radio and a host on American Muslim 360, having been the executive producer on American Muslim 360, going through the process and not questioning it, but just doing
happen.
it,
Yes,
and
doing it.
and knowing the process does help. I mean, be willing, but knowing the process, knowing what has to be executed, what has to be put in place. Number one, for things to be executed. If you get out there and say, "Well, I want to do a broadcast," right? And then you look around and go, "Okay, oh, I don't have a microphone," or "Oh, I don't have a telephone. I don't have a computer. I don't have," and you stand out on the corner, it starts to rain, and you're broadcasting, you're using your
Mm,
mouth, you're
mm,
using your words,
mm.
but how do you reach other people living in the upload life? Thank Allah. Who do we have here?
Put yourself on mute. Put yourself on mute.
Oh, no, he's ringing the bell. He's ringing the bell
Oh, okay.
for
Every time
your
a
commitment.
contribution is offered, if I'm present, I ring the bell to celebrate that wonderful gift. Thank you, my brother William.
I mean,
Praise be
Alhamdulillah.
to Allah.
oh, I know. Lower your volume on your computer,
Okay.
Kareem. Yeah, and we want to hear that bell again.
I hear that bell.
Allahu Akbar.
I hear that
Allahu
bell.
Akbar.
I hear that bell.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
As I say, ring that bell, ring that
Ring the
bell.
bell.
And as everyone on that, I know we probably heard 10,000 last night, but it's 25,000 that we're striving for, and we can see it. We can see it. I can see it.
I can see it
And if
too.
you can see it, you can achieve it.
That's right. That's right.
And so last evening we have a commitment from Kareem Hamid was the first with the
Alhamdulillah.
$200 commitment.
Alhamdulillah.
Then
Alhamdulillah.
Bilal with $100 a month commitment, as long
Allah.
as he's on this earth, on
Alhamdulillah.
this planet, he says. And myself,
Alhamdulillah.
my 200, I was going to commit on on Friday, alhamdulillah. And William just did the $1,000 commitment. So everyone,
Yeah,
as you see this coming through, we're cutting down the number. As
that's right.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala starts us out with a number, we just don't know what it is, but
Yeah.
we know the countdown starts. We get 1 year old, that's subtracting from whatever number Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us.
We just have to, what we have to do, we have to take care of our organizations.
I
That's what
mean,
we have. That's what we have to do. That's part of our responsibility. Because look, we know how to take care of our food, clothing, and shelter. Okay, we got that taken care of. We got that
uh-huh.
taken care of. Now we have to do this other part. Make this a part of your of our responsibility to make sure that this is taken care of. And I'm especially talking to the brothers. Remember, men are the protectors and maintainers.
Hmm.
Remember that, brothers. Men are the protectors and maintainers. We're supposed to be the ones that's out front there. Don't let the sisters be the ones that's out there out front. Man, don't giving more than we giving. We have to show them that we are the protectors and maintainers. Okay, of
Allahu
our
Akbar.
organization. So let's make it happen. Inshallah. No, it ain't no
And
inshallah. What
yes,
would you call it? You
they
don't
say,
call it inshallah.
mashallah.
Mashallah. Because it is God's will. Why? Because we're doing something that's good. So yeah, you know. Yo, I'm gonna give 1,000. Inshallah. No,
And
no.
now we're building that spirit, and this is how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given what Allah has given to, and we think of it as breath, right? But it is an inspiration, just a breath, for my understanding, is giving us that inspiring motivation, the inspiring to trust me, trust Allah is like I'm looking out at the trees and I see the movement, I see the birds, and the birds are making their
So what happened, Sister Martha? You just stopped. Sister Martha, you just stopped. Martha, I said, I don't see you anymore, Sister Martha. Did you just stop? Did you drop? What happened?
I froze. The gnats and the birds and the other insects, spiders, but we have the
There you go.
ability to test them, but they have their purpose that Allah created them to have. And so with our purpose, a larger responsibility comes with it. And we're not just asking for dollars just to be asking for dollars. And in a moment we will share with you some of the, well, let me go on and
Where's
and,
the
and
tips in
get
here? Thank you.
it. Oh, it was share with you one of our affiliates on yesterday with their feeding, helping to share what they were able to went with the intent to share with others foods that they know will help in at the time of need, and they were going to do it until they gave out. And I'm going to share certain pictures with you now. Hold one moment. It is it is invigorating and it's very inspiring. And you all, if
Oh,
you know of Imam Wali Ayub Bilal, and you know that he comes on Wednesdays for Bilal Industries, Do for Self. Well, they also his wife is very. She was inspired for to establish Al Maun, neighborly needs, neighborly needs nonprofit organization. And here we are. This was live yesterday, everyone. If you can see,
Okay, thank you.
you can see it.
Yes.
They put up the tents, all right? And then you're going to see the next one here. Let me see if I get that's Imam Wali the left. And that's one of their supporters. He's the district legislator, 195, one of their supporters. They know this is in Philly on the street outside of the building that Imam Wali Ayub Bilal and the team that you hear, James Bashir, Brian Ali, Nate Muhammad, you hear them coming on. And here's the contributors, along with this, his wife to the right. That's Sherry Bilal. That's the district, Keith Harris. Point out that he's Muslim. I mean, I shouldn't have to point it out, but he is. That's Imam Wali Ayub Bilal. And I think that's Brian Ali. And that's James Bashir. And they're cold, y'all. And I don't have the pleasure of knowing this sister's name, but she was there. She's a contributor, supporter to their efforts. There was someone who contributed by bringing their van to deliver the items. There was another giveaway somewhere by another promoter, district. It was a representative that they connected with as well, and they shared in what they had. They, meaning the other the representative, shared, and you can see this van here. The person who donated to use their van to get the items to the location. It's all about, there they are, more of the persons who were there to help. And that's just a small amount. But here's some of the attendees who came in the rain. They had said a rain date, but since they had the shelters and people were coming, and they had said they would start at 12, well, she said people started coming at 10 a.m. and they just started sharing the food out to them then. Since they were coming, why say, oh, wait until 12? No, you're here for neighborly needs. And I want you to see the display. It is really beautiful. I see Ma'am Walia Yubilal that is back there. That's a young lady sharing in the moment. Let me just let you hear. Beautiful display.
People in our neighborhood to know, come get you some food for free. We're here today. Anything that we got is yours for free. We want to see you. Tell your family members. They can come get something for free. Brother, you got enough? Did you get enough? Mm-hmm. You still loading up? You pass that around bag. You never a chance to fill up.
Can you imagine? Now, that was trusting Allah and making it, Allah blessed it to happen. I really love seeing the sign, the display. I think this is where the display sign of Al Maun. Maybe it's in the next one. Oh, and let me just show you this, y'all. This is connectivity. If y'all had not seen this picture, yours truly, William Kareem, in St. Petersburg, Florida. You've heard him talk about it. Can you still hear me, William? Let's see. I think you're still able to hear me. Okay. Oops. Let's see. Where's my picture here? Two. Hold on. Where? All right. We'll go back to Where is my picture? All right, back here. Kareem, can you hear me? Let's see if I'm being heard here. Am I being heard, everyone? I pray I am.
I hear you loud and clear.
Oh, okay. That I stopped in the midstream. Okay, let's see here. The work that we have been doing, I want to share this with you, picture wise, so that you can see in the we've been actively operating through the years. And this was 2022, uh, doing a background effect of what you are viewing here. This is in the backyard of the Carter G. Woodson. I said backyard of Carter G. Woodson Museum. The young lady, the curator, uh, she was working. Actually, we met through the credit union that she was an employee at the time, and then she moved on to become an employee of the city at the city hall at the mayor's office, and then she was inspired to open up this particular building, which was one of the units there at what is known as Jordan Park, named after Mr. Jordan, who took it upon himself being responsible and created a transportation system for moving, giving one's rides to and fro of their destinations, such as the bus system was operating in the city, living true action. Mr. Jordan dedicated himself to seeing to it that he created wasn't going to be about forcing the city to come and provide transportation for the persons in that particular locale. And so he's established a transportation system to assist the residents in that area. So they named the whole area Jordan Park, many units, living residential units. So this particular one they turned into Carter G. Woodson Museum, and this is in the beautiful decorated, as you see the trees behind, all of that. The young lady planted those trees. She planted them from their little selves and they grew up. And she said she was inspired in a dream. We did have that video where she was sharing the story. And at some point, I'll collect that and connect it. And so that you can see the work of CWSC. Again, now let me go to the persons here. William Kareem, far right. Imam Wali Ayub Bilal. Williams came from Queens, New York to St. Petersburg. Imam Wali Ayub Bilal from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Imam Omar Shakir from San Antonio, Texas. Dear brother Abdul Salam Hamid, hard worker here, a part of Tampa Bay Muslim Association. That's him right there with the striped shirt, so to speak. Behind is Kareem Hassan from Cleveland, Ohio. Dear brother, he was once the station manager for AM 360. In front is Imam Abdul Kawi Aziz, the co chair of Tampa Bay Area Muslim Association, right there. And then behind to the left, right behind next to Kareem Hassan, is the chair of Tampa Bay Area Muslim Association, Imam Abdul Kareem Ali. And next in front of him is none other than the Dr. Aisha Kareem from Stockton, California, right here in St. Petersburg, Florida. Next to her is Rabia Jackson. She's an insurance I mean, it's easy. You would think that the mayor just incorporated it into his agenda. He did, but through collaboration with Tampa Bay Area Muslim Association and the acknowledging Tampa Bay Area Muslim Association as the promoters of the iftar. And then it became the citywide iftar, where the city it puts it on their in their annual budget. It is legitimately a part of their budget item when and this was a mayor who served 8 years, Mayor Rick Kreisman, and the mayor now, who's on his second year, he's coming up for he's into his fourth year. He'll be coming up for election, re-election perhaps, but he continued the process. That's what I'm wanting to say. So CWSC AM 360 is about making connections, collaborating, and communicating to collaborate. And when we become more informed about organizations and what they do and how they do it, and being in service to humanity, when we see that, we know that it's a connection with our vision to remake the world into a better place. And in order to do that, we have to get out and in the communities purposefully. CPR is what I call it: compassionately, purposefully, and respectfully. And that respect is be engaged with the local community, whereby you're respecting the work that they're doing, and you come in, then you can be more of an influence. I will share with you the interfaith groups as well that we are connected with. CWSC is a member of our local interfaith group. Yes, we as an organization can belong to another organization and influence the activities, not take over. We are part of it, of the group effort, Interfaith Tampa Bay. And in their wordings is the wordings of the interfaith vision is that we're about connecting, communicating, and collaborating. And so we bring speakers in to share with us. And I shared with everyone, I think a week ago, where the chief of police was discussing what to do if we find ourselves in a situation with the open carry law. For those who saw that, that's the kind of information we expect from the leaders in the community. And what interfaith does is we reach out to those who are responsible for carrying out the will of the people in the city. And so praise be to Allah. Let me get to that particular one here. Let me share this particular group. I think I shared it and wanted to introduce everyone to the young men that have established the Sunnah. Let's see here. Okay. Yes, let me go here. This is a recent connection that we've made through our iftar committee. One moment here. This young man he attends our iftar committee, and he's the president of this group. But the person who created it is no longer he's not a student at the university anymore. But this particular one, he is, and he's the president of the group. And I'll give you the name. His name is Tahim Ayman. He says, "Assalamu alaikum, everyone. My name is Tahim Ayman, and I'm the president of Sunnah Initiatives." Initiative here at University of South Florida, St. Pete. I'm a junior majoring in economics, and I started this organization to bring more Muslim representation on campus, create a safe space for our community, help others learn Al Islam, Islam, and clear up misconceptions. He's a very humble spirited person. And as we met, and let's see here, this is the trigger. Just they're connected and they reached out to us. Uh, they wanted to connect with the iftar committee. They so we knew that they had to. Uh, I won't say had to. That they wanted to know what was the force behind establishing this iftar committee. Once you hear about the iftar committee, we meet at the city hall, and the city staff, the mayor makes city staff is involved, and the preparations and all of the dedicated uh, uh, marketing process. That marketing process is done by the city. Praise be to Allah, where people throughout the city actually register to attend the iftar so that we can be in code with the fire marshals saying the limit of persons attending the Coliseum, coming into the Coliseum. Everyone who registers in time can come in. Anyone who registers, they can come in. The police chief, but the city police staff are present, and the Pinellas County Sheriff staff are present. This is Treasurer Daniel Kao. And this is all in line with the work that CWSC AM 360 is doing and how we are already envisioning preparing for the 50 years ahead. All right. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. My name is Daniel Kao, and I am the Sunnah Initiative St. Pete Chapter's treasurer. A little more about myself. I'm currently a sophomore finance major. So, you know, I'm reaching out to him already through the Sunnah Initiative group. I have most of my classes this semester on the Tampa campus, and I enjoy playing tennis and getting coffee in my free time. Overall, I am really excited to meet everyone and grow the Sunnah Initiative together. This was actually the initiation, I mean the open house presentation that they were doing. This is coordinator Taylor Kenda. Assalamu alaikum. I got a chance to meet her. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. My name is Taylor Kenda, and I am a Palestinian alumni at University of South Florida. I graduated with a bachelor's in health sciences in 2023 and have since become a teacher at Arkam's Academy. For those who remember, on AM 360, we interviewed the then the Arkham Academy's principal. I have had many good experiences at University of South Florida, including 2 jobs, an IT help desk associate, and a peer coach, helping those on campus navigate USF and what it has to offer. I am honored to be part of the progress of TSI's organization, the Sunnah Initiative organization, into bettering the Muslim community in St. Pete, and hope to be a good resource for sisters to rely on in this experience. Social media coordinator. This is Tahratun Hussein. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. My name is Tahratun Hussein, and I am the social media vice sisters coordinator of the St. Pete chapter of the Sunnah Initiative. I'm currently a sophomore majoring in psychology, and I'm completely online. Having this privilege allows me to turn my focus to other things than just school in my daily life. If I am not focused on school or work, I enjoy reading any kind of book and painting. I am so excited to have this opportunity to be part of something so wonderful. I look forward to meeting you all and growing together. And these are some of their upcoming plans. And we're speaking about planning. And I know we're at the top of the hour, so I'm going to end with this. Some of the upcoming plans. Brothers and sisters, Halaqa service, regular gathering focused on authentic Islamic learning, reflection, and personal growth, workshops and guest lectures, sessions with guest scholars and speakers on faith, student life, leadership, social events, game nights, dinners, and team building activities to strengthen brotherhood and sisterhood on campus. Dawa tables, engaging in respectful conversations about Al Islam and sharing its teachings with the wider community on campus. Interfaith connection programs, fostering understanding and dialogue among different faith communities through shared events and discussions. And that's where we tie in Pride in primarily and Iftar. Community service projects. This is where we tie in even more. Volunteering initiatives, charity drives, and Ramadan campaigns. And we'll stop right there. That's one group we hope to have come in and speak with us, share with you, and the goal to having an ongoing relationship, inshallah. That's covering two things with the young Muslim groups and with the university students to work in the communities. So our social work do it that we have in plan, I will be sharing with you upcoming as to some ways and means throughout the week, ways and means that we can initiate a process of connecting with those who are in need, but they are also a resource. Thank you for allowing us this time to share with you as we are in the way of our telethon, $25,000 that we're requesting, and we can make it happen all together. Together, we can remake the world. Anyone wanting to make any comments, please come on in. Okay, hearing none. No, anyone wanting to make any comments before we go off right now? And we'll be back on just before, this will be at 12 p.m., just before MAP 5, Muslim American Power 5. And we will share more on the work of CWSC AM 360. That will be over the last 5 years, everyone. 5 years. Now we can look back and see what 5 years produced and what we look forward to in the next year, next 5 years, the 50 year. So as we move forward, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. May the mercy of Almighty God, the peace, blessings, and mercy of Almighty God be with you. I'm Martha Nyla Williams Abdullah and sitting, connecting with William Kareem this morning on Living in the Upload Life. And the, we will be joining a New Day for Al Islam Community Radio at 971-379-9162. Please join in the new day for Al Islam Community Radio. That one number, dial 971-379-9162 from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. They're on live. Imam Ibn Yaqub Islam and his wife, Khalila Ziyad Islam, they are on for today. They are the hosts for today. Um, it's about the Quran. So come on in, and inshallah, we'll connect, and then we'll reconnect here at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 11 a.m. Central, and 9 a.m. Pacific Coast Time. Continuing with the telethon, CWSC AM 360, we're calling on you. Assalamu alaikum.